Cristiano Ronaldo recently turned 40 years old, but he's still going strong. Running, jumping, and scoring goals. The guy is a rare breed, and there are only a few players like him in the sport. Well, we want to talk about those few players in this video today. These are 8 legends who are older than Cristiano Ronaldo, but still playing at the highest level. One of the guys we'll talk about in this video played with CR7 in Sporting CP's academy. Can you guess who we're referring to here? Drop your guesses in the comments and we'll see if you're right soon. But let's start with Thiago Silva. The former Chelsea midfielder turns 41 this year, but he's still going strong, playing for Fluminense in the Brazilian league and starting games every other day. If you think Silva's job is easy because he's in Brazil, remember that he's still having to go up against guys like Neymar and Memphis at 41. Also, unlike Ronaldo, who last played in Europe in 2022, Thiago Silva was still playing in the Premier League just last year. Well, if you think that's crazy, what about Pepe Reina, who turns 43 this year, but is still playing in one of Europe's top 5 leagues? Now, of course, we all know Reina is a proper legend. He played for Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Napoli, and AC Milan. He won the World Cup, as well as 3 Premier League Golden Gloves. He could retire any time and would be an absolute icon, but he's still going. Last summer, he left Villarreal and joined Como, where he plays under his former international teammate Cesc Fabregas. By the way, Reina is 5 years older than Fabregas. Now that is insane longevity. Another goalkeeper still playing in Europe in his 40s is 42-year-old Scotsman Craig Gordon. In 2020, Gordon left Celtic and moved back to Heart of Midlothian, where it all started for him 25 years ago. It's now 2025 and he still starts every game for Hearts, and he's kept 7 clean sheets for the club in the Scottish Premiership and the Europa Conference League this season. But as we all know, it's much more common for goalkeepers to go playing for a longer time than outfield players. So let's actually look at outfielders who are older than Ronaldo but still playing in Europe. You all know Dante, don't you? The former Bayern Munich centre-back from Brazil. He left Bayern in 2015 but didn't leave Europe then. He moved to Wolfsburg, spent a year there, and left Germany to move to Nice in the French Ligue 1 in 2016. Dante turns 42 this year, and he recently celebrated 300 appearances with Nice. Now this is super impressive. Consistently playing a full 90 minutes and captaining a side in one of the top 5 European leagues at 42 is mind-blowing stuff. Perhaps more mind-blowing when you see that he's currently sitting 3rd in the Ligue 1 table with Nice. This is incredible longevity from the Champions League winner. Now, we know that some of you are saying that it's much easier to play as a goalkeeper or centre-back at that age compared to playing further up the pitch like Ronaldo. Well then, let's look at Nene, who plays as an attacking midfielder and centre-forward. You probably remember him from his PSG days more than a decade ago now. He also played for clubs like Monaco and West Ham, but right now, he's plying his trade for Juventude in the Brazilian top flight. And you won't believe it, but he turns 44 this year. Playing in a tough league like the Brazilian Serie A in your mid-40s is one heck of an achievement. Now, like we said earlier, there's a player on this list who played with Cristiano Ronaldo himself for years. We'll tell you who he is in a second, but if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that right now. Well, that guy is Jose Font. You see, he and CR7 came up from the Sporting CP Academy, and they were together there for 6 years between 1997 and 2003. And of course, they played together for the Portugal national team for years, even winning the 2016 Euros and the 2019 Nations League together. But while Ronaldo is currently tearing things up in the Saudi Pro League, Font, who turns 42 this year, is regularly starting games for and captaining Casa Pia in the Portuguese top flight. When he went to China in 2018, everyone thought that he was finished, but he quickly returned to Europe that same year, joining Lille. In 2023, he moved back to Portugal to join Braga, before then joining Casa Pia last year. Another familiar name who is still playing in Europe in his 40s is Mathieu Valbuena. The Frenchman turns 41 this year, but he plays for the Greek top flight, having just moved to Athénée last summer. He has played every single game for the club since his debut and has even been directly involved in 7 goals in 20 appearances so far this season. Doing that in Europe while playing in attacking midfield, left wing and right wing in your 40s is surely something. Let's now wrap up with Brad Guzan. If you're a Lionel Messi fan, chances are that you know this dude. The former Aston Villa and Middlesbrough man moved to Atlanta United in the MLS in 2017 and has been there ever since. The American shot stopper turns 41 this year, but he's still in the business of frustrating Messi. He played 4 times against Messi's Inter Miami in 2024 and lost only once, even famously knocking them out in the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs. You watch this guy and he looks like he can keep going until he's 50. Last year he missed just 2 MLS games all season, and it looks like it's going to be the same this year. Now here's an honourable mention: Santi Cazorla. The former Arsenal man turns 41 this year, and while he's still playing professional football, he's not doing it at the highest level, which is why he's not on the list. He moved back to his first club, Real Oviedo, in 2023, 20 years after he left the club in 2003. They currently play in the second tier of Spanish football, but Cazorla joined them and took the minimum salary acceptable just to help his boyhood club. Now that is really sweet, isn't it? Anyway, who are your favourite old legends still playing professional football? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on amazing content like this. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.